Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play series for The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I am S.A.N, and as you can see, last time we left off right at the edge of the Gerudo Desert. And we're going to be heading towards here to explore the rifts in a moment. And Zelda is having a little bit of trouble with the heat. I would too, Zelda, so I don't really blame you. These scorpion-like enemies can dive into sand, as you can see, and their stinger will pierce the Darknight's armor. They can be slightly annoying to deal with, and we pick up another cooking ingredient. We'll be getting to potions today, so... yeah, so the scorpions are the... Aruroda. Yeah, so basically it's a one-eyed scorpion minus the pincers. Oh, and here we run into the Gerudo for the first time. Apparently they're having some monster troubles, and they're worn out. Okay, apparently they think if they deal with the monsters, the rifts will start shrinking. That has not been our experience thus far. Seems like we need Try's help for that, so... I wonder what gives them that idea. If we keep going, we'll probably find out. Yeah, so we'll keep exploring the desert to find out what's going on. And here we find a callback to one of the first game I ever played on my channel, and the first game I ever played, A Link to the Past. This is the Desert Palace, or at least that's what it's meant to represent. We'll be back here a bit later. Oh, sand piranhas. Oh, new monster means new echo. It's too quick! The Darknight is too slow. It's just, it doesn't know it's there, and it's dodging it somehow. Hit it. Hit it with the axe. It can't hurt it, but there we go. There we go. New echo. Sand piranha. Rather useful in desert, I imagine. You see, I keep checking the map because the waypoint's back there, but clearly we've talked to all of them, so there's nothing we can do. That's fine. We'll find out what needs to be done in a moment. Oh, here we go. Time to reunite with an old trauma yet again. These are the Re-Deads, originally appearing in Ocarina of Time, and they traumatized a generation. I mentioned that during my Tears of the Kingdom video. And Nintendo has decided to bring them back again, and has given them their paralyzing cry that they had in that game too. They're tough as well, as you can see. However, they're not really that dangerous to the Darknight, but the Darknight's so slow that their cry keeps interrupting the attack, and I'm about to be tagged by this little blob here. Oh, now there's more monsters. Oh, good grief. Undead are always so tough. Now, let's get this, let's get this waypoint while that goes on. That's quite the distance on that. There we go, now I can get the echo. Now I can summon them. I probably won't be doing that too much. They're pretty slow. And the cry is only marginally useful against most enemies. Speaking of slow. Well, at least the Darknight is powerful and rather durable. Alright, what's in the chest? Oh, good grief. More scorpions. Yeah, I'll just summon one closer because the other one was stunned. There's a lot of these things around here. The Gerudo, we're not kidding. This is a lot of monsters to have to worry about. Alright, bind and pull out of the ground. No, just Mike. Okay, 20 rupees. That's not so bad. I'm going to be making some potions today, and I need money for that, so that's fine. Alright, let's just leave for the time being. Alright, what's this? Okay, Tri-senses their friends nearby, so this is one of the large rifts that we can seal. Oh, try? Okay, yeah, I cannot go through the ground like you can. Guess I'll have to find another way in. That looks like an entrance. Maybe she will let us in. Well, let us go ask nicely, see what happens. Okay, apparently she's not going to let us pass. Only those authorized by our chief are allowed entry. Okay, looks like we're going to need to get permission. Fortunately, since we're playing Zelda this time, and Zelda's a girl, we should be able to get into Gerudo Town. No need to disguise herself this time. Something's going on. Alright. Let's go take a look. Oh, okay. This Gerudo is under attack by, another one of these mimics things. Right. Apparently I want to try to read it out here. I just go ahead, so. Okay, so it'll stun everything. Yeah, it's really slow and it doesn't... Okay, it's gonna take those two out. That's good. Fortunately, it's tough, but it doesn't have the Darknut's armor, so I'm probably not gonna use it too much. Yeah, they're gone. We dealt with them. Yes, I did defeat them. Well, I have magic and summon monsters on my side, so, you know, there's that. You just have a sword. Dhona, apparently, is her name. She's the captain of the Gerudo Warriors. Apparently Zelda's just going to introduce herself, despite the fact it's disguise. No point. Didn't come up with an alias this time. Yes, we're fixing the rifts. Well, we've fixed one so far. Yeah, I wonder where'd you hear that from? Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. So far, Try's been the only one who's been able to fix things so far. Okay, yeah. She might be able to give us a hand. She cannot see Try. Hasn't been in the rift in. Then. Sanctum is me. The Sanctum sounds like it's gonna be the next dungeon. Yeah, but problem is it's flooded with sand now. Nobody can get inside. Yes, we need to get inside. Why is it blocked up? Sanctum's pulled into a large rift. After that, tons of monsters began swarming out of the entrance to the Sanctum. Okay. At that point, we blocked the entrance, trapping the monsters inside. That's not working. They're burrowing out underneath. Soldiers guard... Yeah, we noticed that. Yeah, okay, so I see what they did. They came up with a temporary solution that's kind of... We need them to reverse. Okay, so we need to talk to your chief, then. Yes, that's the gist of it so far. Yeah, we should go talk to her, I guess. Yes, we'll try and solve your problem, because we kind of need to get rid of this rift anyway. Alright, so we're going to meet her at Gerudo Town, by the sounds of it. Alright, so let's head off to Gerudo Town. We'll get there eventually. And hopefully we can explain this to the Gerudo Chiefess, and we can get into the Sanctum and start clearing up this problem. Yeah, so it's up that way. But first, here's the Oasis. This is an important location. Alright, so here we meet the business scrub, who runs the smoothie shop, which is essentially the potion shop in this game. So I pick 2 ingredients, he blends them together, and makes the potion for us. I know they're called smoothies game, but I am going to keep calling them potions just out of habit. That's the purpose they serve. And I'm going to mix a bunch of them together here, because we don't have any recipes at the moment. And it takes 10 rupees per to mix. And pick any 2 ingredients, and you mix those together. And if they have a complementary effect, you get the result. Pretty similar to what the way cooking and making potions is in Tears of the Kingdom, just simplified. And this refreshing smoothie is the one that's going to heal us. Basically, as good as a red potion. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time here mixing up some potions and getting some recipes, because I'm going to need to prepare for the rest of the game, basically. There's going to be a bunch of these shops all over the place, and they share recipes and stuff, so it's fine. We'll figure this out. Yeah. Come up with 10 recipes and we get a reward. We'll get to that at some point. As you can see here, when you mix together 2 ingredients that don't have complementary effects, you get an unfortunate smoothie, which just gives you, which is basically just like an Tears of the Kingdom. When you get mixed ingredients together that don't work for food, you get something inedible, but it gives you back like a half heart. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna mix a bunch of potions together here, and then we'll head on. Alright, now that that's done, let's head on. And here is something interesting. This is kind of like a side quest, kind of like a lot of the scavenger hunts that they have in lots of these Zelda games, lots of trading sequences. This is the new one, and this guy's kind of the Tingle of this game. He's kind of a stamp guy. We get a postcard from him, and he gives us stamps every time we go to one of these locations. Collect a bunch of stamps, you get a reward, basically, is the gist of it. He's literally just called the stamp guy. I did not make that up. So yes, he's a stamp enthusiast. And he's a traveler. We're gonna run into him a lot over the course of the game. He gives you rewards if you... yeah, basically. There's no reason not to get involved in this, because we get rewards out of it. But there we go, we have our first stamp card. And each time we travel around and he adds a stamp to them, every time we fill in a card, we get a reward. It's pretty straightforward. And he's gonna give us our first stamp. Yeah, so no stands underwater and buildings and caves. They're only outside. Yeah. We'll run into him a fair bit as the game goes on. Alright, we're reaching the outskirts of Gerudo Town now. Just need to go around until we find an entrance. And here's another waypoint. Well, hopefully we can explain everything to the Gerudo Chief quickly. I'm also going to start picking up some of these side quests. I'll do them as as we go along. A few of them, like this one and the flying tile one I mentioned at the Oasis, is all about finding specific echoes and bringing them to these people to show them. And we also pick up a different pot echo. Don't ask me what the difference is. I think it's just design. Alright then.
Yeah. Oh.
Apparently this person is interested in tumbleweeds for some reason. Alright, is there a tumbleweed echo? Alright. Oh, another side quest. Creep, this town's full of it. Confidence comes my agility and grace. Okay, is this some sort of race? Because I don't usually care for those. Okay, tag, apparently. No, do that later. Or, you know, not at all. Those race ones are really nice. Alright, there always got us walking, that's good. Alright, this is the palace. Let's see if we can explain this to the chief or not. Okay, apparently the numbers are dwindling. Really? I saw lots of them out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so meeting the chief now. Yeah, we need to get him to the same. We're finally done with this long battle. Yeah, I imagine your troops are getting tired at this point. There's endless waves of monsters. Yes. 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 Yep, we know all this. Well, no, it won't fix the rift. After that, that was the plan. Alright, so that's their plan at the moment, apparently. Yeah, I think you're fighting a losing battle here, people. Yeah, we should be getting rid of the rift as soon as possible. Well, there's always one of you. And it's usually the advisors. Apparently Dhona is the chief's daughter? Facette? Her name is Facette? As in facade? Okay. I already do not trust this vizier. I mean, advisors are usually not trustworthy in general in these games. Or stories. So, especially when they want you to do the exact opposite of what will solve the problem. See? Like, casting doubt and suspicions. Fine, looks like we have to prove ourselves worthy. Yeah, well, it's our time to waste. That's never simple, is it? Yeah, the rift isn't gonna go away, I know. Alright, so we're going to head to the Oasis. And then we're going to probably have to do a series of tests and trials to prove ourselves. Even in a desert, it never rains but it pours. Oh, I didn't get that. I didn't get the waypoint over there. I should probably get that at some point. Alright, guess that's the closest one. I haven't used the warp function much, so let's make this journey a bit quicker. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look at all the monsters out here. We just cleared some of these out in this area and they're back. I agree with Dhona. We need to find a different solution. Yeah, no, they're not going to shrink. They don't go away on their own. In fact, I think they get bigger over time. That's how it usually works. Yes, the water is very nice, actually. It's quite great and clear. I'd like to go for a swim in that, especially in this desert in this heat. Yep. Alright. Alright, we have to get back to... Sorry, I was focusing on the actual tranquility of the water there. Okay, yeah, we need to sort out this problem, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, we can. Well, we've done it before. Once before. Yeah, 3 small rifts elsewhere in the desert. Okay, maybe we can close those up. Southern Oasis Ruins, Ancestors Cave of Rest, and Southern Gerudo Desert. Alright. Any other rift near the ruins south of here? Okay. Ancestors Cave? Small cave on the edge. Houses a grave for our ancestors, but a rift appeared in the cave soon. Okay. I imagine you want that dealt with. Could you be more? Okay. Rift opens south of town. I have some soldiers keeping it. Alright, so if we deal with these 3 spots, maybe we'll prove ourselves. Yeah, here's hoping. I don't think that the visor's going to. I forgot to get the waypoint again. It was right there. Oh well, alright, I'm walking to... It's not that far. Yeah, defeat... Yeah, see, that's the problem. They're just gonna keep coming. It's an endless wave of monsters. This is a losing battle. You can't win a fight like this through attrition. Especially when, yeah, that just happens. Alright, they're not up to this. Let's see if we can take care of it. Yeah. Come over. Oh, good grief, that's a lot. Wait, what? I don't have... Oh, there's another stamp thing up there, but I can't get to it. Oh, 2 re-deads. Unfortunately, the Dark Knight's armor is impenetrable to their attacks. So this is going to take a little while. It's the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Fortunately for us, the unstoppable force in this is quite stoppable. There we go. Now no more paralyzing threat. Alright, well that was easy. Maybe these Gerudo just suck. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, that's not gonna happen. Which does raise a slight problem. If we cannot get rid of these rifts either, how are we gonna prove ourselves worthy? Well, we saved their lives, that's one thing. Yeah, this rift is too small for us to go into, isn't it? Alright, let's try the other spots. Alright. Okay, I didn't get an echo from that. I don't know what to do with that. Alright. Location 2. What's the problem here? More exhausted guards. Water. Okay, they need water. I have potions. Or smoothies. Does that help? Oh, good grief, yeah. I would be exhausted if I had to fight monsters in a desert like this. Ran out of water. Yeah, okay. You're, you're like 10 steps from town? Water won't be enough. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be related to the potions I've made somehow. Okay, I go to the smoothie shop, buy a cactus smoothie. Didn't make any of those, but okay, I just need 2 chili cacti. I have those. Oh, okay, she's gonna give me some extra. Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's go back and make that potion, or smoothie, or whatever. I really should have got I really should get that waypoint. Saves so much time. All right. Back here again, because I keep forgetting to get the waypoint over by the oasis. Fortunately, I can just spin my way there. Hello, business scrub. I need another potion made. Smoothie, please. At least I'm getting a new recipe out of this. Ooh, it's nice and blue. Cactus smoothie. Okay, so it's fireproofing. So this is kind of like the potion effects in Tears. Okay. Alright, I'm good for the moment, but now that we have that, we should be able to go back and give it to them, and that should be problem 2 sorted out, right? And I forgot to get the waypoint. I promise you I will eventually get that waypoint. When no longer matters, I'll have gotten it. Okay, apparently these potions are really good. Alright, I could use one of those. Exploring this desert. Maybe I should go make some. Okay, so she's gonna go back to the oasis, and we still have one more thing to deal with. Yeah, and we can't make an entrance here either. I'm sensing a pattern. Alright, time to head north. To the last location. So this is the Cave of the Ancestors, I guess, because that's the only one we haven't dealt with yet. Oh, a sandstorm. Well, as long as there's a waypoint here I'm going to grab now. Oh, these must be those ghosts in the tornadoes that that lady mentioned. Alright, let's see if we can get this echo. Ha! You're no match for my trusty Yotian soldier, Darkness. Alright, that's one side quest that can be completed now. Okay, I wonder if that's good for blowing sand away, because there's definitely those sand mounds around here. Heart. Alright, it's a rift. This is a cave. This looks like the right spot. What? Is this Gerudo scared of the dark or something? I can't get near the grave, so I can't light the torches. Or is this something, like, symbolic or something? Okay, apparently we have to light the torches so their ancestors have a night light so they can enjoy their eternal rest. Alright, fine. Let's see if we can make our way over there. Oh, these moles are annoying from what I remember. Yeah, that's... See, they spend most of their time underground, which actually makes them hard to hit. And then you have to wait for them to come back up. And if they spot you, they go back down and throw rocks at you. Yeah. I'm just gonna move the rock. I tried crushing it with the rock. No, that's not gonna work, I don't think. Alright, unfortunately, I think I need this echo. Come on. Whack it. These are tough moles. 2 hits from a poleaxe doesn't kill it. Come on. This is the one downside to the Dark Knight. It's slow. So faster enemies can take advantage of that. There, go get it. No, the other one. Oh, the rocks can actually penetrate the armor. Not piercing weapons. Come on. Hit him with the axe. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, so I head down here. Unfortunately, as I'm going to find out in a moment, I kind of need that echo because the moles can burrow through the sand. So, yeah, I kind of need to go back and deal with that. Oh. I don't want to, though, as you can clearly see. Alright. And in case you're wondering why this video went so long, no, it didn't. It wasn't because of this, but there were a lot of little things like this that added up, that added to the length. That's fine. We were bound to run into longer sections at some point. The tougher enemies, or in this case, more annoying enemies. Come on, either one will do. Apparently I just fall on there as well. So they're just... Alright, let's try taking them by surprise. Come on. Big flanking suit of metal with a poleaxe. Surely you're stealthy. Let's resummon them close. Finally. Finally! That took like 3 minutes. Whole mill echo. Yeah, well, that certainly made a mountain of that molehill. Alright, now we can use these mole echoes to dig the holes we need to continue exploring. Oh, the treasure's over there I'm gonna get at some point. Yep, alright. How do I get up there now? Can I use a strantula to make a... Yeah, that works. Oh, but the holes fill in really quickly, apparently. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, well, presumably there's a way back up. Yeah, I could just go, but I'm really curious what's in that treasure chest. It's probably nothing. It's probably just rupees. Oh, wrong echo. Alright, this should get... No, wrong spot. The hardest thing in this game sometimes is positioning echoes properly. And not having them summon inside a wall. Oh, it's a golden egg. Okay, potion ingredient. Rare potion ingredient by the sounds of it. Alright, that was worth going to get then. Speaking of, I could use some hearts. There's one. Alright. Time to see what's up here. Oh, we're on the other side now. That was easy. The reason this took so long is because of the stupid moles. Well, there's an echo. I'm not going to be using any more than I need to. Alright, let's light the braziers. There we go. Are your ancestors happy now? They can rest in peace with the torches? Ah, peace once more. Yep. Wait, how'd you get over here? Oh. Oh no, this is the ghost of one of their ancestors. Okay. Alright then. Oh, we don't have to go back. That's nice. Yes, there. We managed to...
Yeah.
Magic. Let's just say magic, because it wasn't magic, really. Yeah, there was also a secret passageway. Yeah, don't think too hard about that. You'll probably need a night light to sleep with from now on. Let me guess. Yeah, yep. I thought so. So we've helped everyone, but we haven't been able to deal with any of the rifts, unfortunately, so I get this distinct feeling that stuck-up Vizier is still going to be stuck up and condescending and tell us that we're just wasting our time. And right on cue. Gee, it's almost like she's keeping track of what we're doing or something. That's quite suspicious. I mean, I don't want to call reference to, you know, another video game franchise, but I think we're dealing with an imposter here. I think there's an imposter among us. Alright, let's go back and not talk to the obviously imposter Vizier. But first, let's take care of this. No, it's more like an air elemental than a ghost. Looks more like a frog, actually. There were frog-like air spirits in Wind Waker, I remember, I think. Oh, fresh milk. From Lon Lon Ranch? There was something that looks like Lon Lon Ranch on the map, I think. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's a side quest done. Now let's go talk to the obvious imposter Vizier. Alright, I am back. I would like to call an emergency meeting because it's quite obvious that your Vizier is an imposter. But since we can't do that here. No, we haven't. Ah!
Yeah.
This is so frustrating. It's obvious that she's an imposter. It's obvious. How is no one else figuring this out but me? Sometimes it's annoying being the smartest person in the room. Yeah, you should listen to this woman. Yeah, we just need to get into the bloody sanctum. You're willing to risk the lives of all your people on this plan. It's not working. It's time to try something else. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Trying the same thing over and over and over again, hoping for a different result. It's time to change tactics, people. Oh look, it's all the people we helped. Well, we saved them. Oh yeah. Yeah, we helped them all. See? We're helpful. They want us to help further. I do realize we're suddenly playing into mob rule here, but which is something I don't normally agree with at all. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, we now have the votes. If you don't listen to the Sanctum, I'm going to keep making Among Us references until we get rid of this obvious imposter. Yes, that is something that's going to keep happening. You don't have to get used to it. Yes, we can also see your true character. But for crying out loud. No, we're not being thrown in jail again. Yeah, like I said, the longer you leave these rifts alone, the more they grow. Alright, let's go deal with this now. It's not an obvious misdirection or anything. She's got a trident. She's got like half a dozen guards there, and we're gonna be going with her, so she's perfectly fine. Alright, Miss Imposter. We'll be back for you later. Yeah, we might finally back inside at least. back here again because I still have not gotten... I still have not gotten the waypoint over by the oasis. Okay, apparently this isn't the right spot, though. Yeah, no, it's up that way. Other rift. Oh, wow! Those things do a lot of damage. And now I finally get to the waypoint over here. Okay, yeah, I need to take a rest after getting hit like that. Wow. Okay, so the Redeads are dangerous again. It's okay, Zelda. Have sweet dreams of finally being able to get rid of that imposter vizier and getting the satisfaction of knowing that you were right all along when no one else would listen to you. Don't worry. Your role of playing Cassandra won't last much longer. So, for those of you who don't know, Cassandra is a seer from Greek mythology who had prophecies that no one believed, even when she was right. And I believe I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Fortunately, I check the map often. See, I told you we'd be back here. Welcome back to the Desert Palace. Hey, we can make an entrance now. Are they attacking the rift with spears? What good is that going to do?
Oi.
Yeah. That should be suspicious. There should be an obvious course of action here, and it's stop listening to this person.
Yo.
Look, just let me near the rift and try will open a passage and we'll go in and solve all your problems and then we can finally get rid of the imposter. Try, please open a portal. Thank goodness there's at least one person in this game who listens to me. Yes, this is the way in. Alright, let's go in there before that imposter tries to stop us again. Alright, we're back in the still world. Still Gerudo Desert now, I guess. Alright, so try some friends here, and probably a bunch of Gerudo areas. Okay, 5 different areas. Okay, so this is the first time we have to do this, which is collect... This is basically these side stilled world sections where we have to collect a bunch of tries. Friends, we don't really ever get much of a description of what they're supposed to be. Alright. And here's a dangerous new enemy. They're basically like thwomps that just fall on us. Alright, those dark spheres with the golden core there, those are the things that contain Tri's friends, and we have to get up there. Ow! Alright, so they can apparently... Yeah, disrupt our binding spell, but that's... Oh, yeah, ow! At least they don't do damage unless we actually... Alright, let's see, come on. Yeah, we need to move these out of the way, because then I can have a Strantula make the webbing up the... Ow! Honestly, that should probably do more damage. Alright, yeah, let's just move it. Stick it in with the other one. Oh, yeah, I think I know what I need to do here. It's just a matter of actually the logistics of the problem. Yeah, and then I can summon a Strantula. Yeah, it's not going to work now because it's right blocking the way. So I need to get rid of both of them. There we go. Stick that one in there. apparently it's blocked. Oh, nope, it's blocked. I mean, it probably won't matter too much if I can just, you know, yeah, I have to let it follow it to the ground. There we go. Now I can drag this one. Ow! Hop, Zelda, hop! There we go. Alright. That took a little longer than it should have, but it's fine. Now the Strantula. No, the other one. Other button. Alright, there we go. First group found. Yeah, it's just caught on the edge there. There we go. Alright. These things are dangerous. Oh, don't worry. By the way, we'll be back here in a moment if any of you think I missed something, because I did. In the meantime, let's go look for the rest of Tri's friends. So this one's way out of reach. And this is the other reason that this video went for over an hour. That's fine. Because I will have to find the solution to this at some point. And good grief, these... There's a lot of enemies in this area that the Dark Nuts are not really meant to really take on. But I'm quite stubborn. And I really like them, so I'm going to keep summoning them. Yeah, as you can see... I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to figure this one out. Yeah, see, I'm going to try coming from this angle, which is, I suppose, technically a way of doing it. But I couldn't get it to work because my little plan of making bridges out of beds, they don't reach far enough. So I could try to make a staircase and then use a trampoline at the end, but I don't think I have enough try points for that. Yeah. As you can see, I'm going to try this a little bit. None of it's going to work. This one was the one that took the longest, by the way. Yeah. Alright, yep. And I got thinking of using a tornado and then binding myself to the tornado to follow it, which was a good idea, but as you'll find out at some point, that didn't work either. Yeah, now I'm going to try a trampoline. That's nowhere near high enough. Yeah, I tried a whole bunch of things. You, sitting in the comfort of your own home at this point, in your chair or in your bed or on your couch or wherever you are watching this, probably has already figured out what the solution is because it's already been shown. But we'll, yeah, see, I think that this is where I start thinking maybe we can use the tornado. But I kind of have to do it from up to there. There's one problem with this plan. The tornado is going to fly off immediately after I summon it, meaning there's not going to be time to bind myself to it. First things first, I try to get a little closer. And yeah, see, there's the problem. It just flies ahead on its own. And there's going to be a few more fruitless attempts at this, but don't worry, it won't last too long. Alright, we'll come back to that. Let's see if we can find the other ones first. You only spend so long on a problem before you have to take a break and come back later. Because quite often, the problem is staring you right in the face. Or in this case, it was falling on top of my head. Alright. I've now made it more difficult for myself. No, I do. No, the bed's fine. I just need to position it correctly. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to start building my little staircase. Get up to the top. These vertical mazes, or platforming sections in these still worlds, are a little tricky sometimes. Ah! Especially when you miss a jump. Yeah, it's raining beds. Nope, it's not gonna help. It's on an angle! It doesn't work on an angle! Alright. Nope. The wrong one. Ah! Alright, that's group 2 freed. Ah! Alright, I need to rest a little bit here. Alright, there we go. Now I continue on. Oh, look who it is. Gee, try, I wonder. And I'm sorry, but if anyone else is surprised by this, you are an imbecile. I don't normally go for the sorts of direct, kind of confrontational phrases like that, but there is no other way of describing it. Okay, back here again. Is there anything else besides this one? There's still one more. So we should probably go find that one first before I try and beat my head against this again for a little while. Nope, I'm going to try bouncing on the trampoline. Well, at least it's kind of fun. Yeah, see, it doesn't matter. I would need several more try points for this to work. Which I do not have at this point. So, let's go find the 4th one, then we'll come back and try and figure this out. Kind of makes sense to leave the most difficult one for last anyway. Okay. Yeah, there's a little island over there that I haven't gone to yet. Maybe it's up there. It's probably the only place left it can be. Ah! I'm stuck! Alright. And there we go. Start building this little staircase of beds again. Nope, nope, apparently I'm going to use the trampoline this time. Another bridge. Oh, there it is. It's on the rock. Or under the rock. There we go. That was straightforward. Okay. Now, time to go deal with the thing I haven't been able to figure out yet. Here's where I try building this bridge of beds yet again, outwards this way, and see if it gets me closer. It probably does get me a little closer, but not nearly enough. Then I try it again, and again, I think it's getting me a bit closer, but I would need more try points for that. I would need to be able to summon more beds. Make a bigger staircase or bridge. I don't know why I'm suddenly trying this again here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing now. I'm trying the same thing over and over again. Like I said, that's the definition of insanity. And you can see me start to try and look through all my echoes and see what is the possible solution. And apparently this... yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, now he's like, what haven't I tried yet? Well, at least bouncing on this trampoline was fun. Maybe it'll help me think. And as much as I would like to say that I came up with the solution on my own, eventually no, I just got tired. And that's where I paused for a moment and looked up the answer is, because I said, screw this is taking way too long. And the solution was really simple, but it wasn't something I ever thought of, and I don't remember doing this last time, either. So I can't remember how I solved this the last time, but apparently these things, you can get an echo from them. I didn't know that. So you just have to kill them, which is not easy. And apparently the sand piranhas are good at this, so I'm going to use those in a moment. I tried using the dark now first because I thought, well, maybe anything will do damage, but apparently not. Yeah, these things apparently... I don't remember getting this echo last time. I don't remember how I solved this a year ago. So, but this is apparently how the guide online recommends it. And, okay, yep, now we need to wait for... There we go, finally. I do not remember getting this echo last time. The plat boom. Okay. So obviously you can see what, yeah, oh yeah, that brings up the favorites now after I have tons of them. I should probably favorite the dark echo to be fair, but... Alright, and there we go. Now we have what we need to get the last one. Alright, and now that we have the plat boom echo, it's just a matter of getting on top of it and it carrying us up, as you can see. Yay! These things are dangerous. I don't remember having this last time. Alright, let's put a trampoline. And then... yeah, that'll be good. Put this here. There we go! Once you have the right tools, it's easy. I seriously do not remember what I did last time to solve this. I'm positive I didn't get this echo last time. I never remember getting this. That also makes this the second puzzle in this game that I actually had to look up how to solve. I'll tell you what the other one is when we get to it. It's much later in the game. I don't remember what the problem was for this one last time. I honestly can't remember. I'm going to keep saying that because it's true. I'll let you know the next time I had to look it up online when I was playing the first time. And yeah, so that's 2 puzzles in this game that have stumped me so far. So we get a bit more experience for Try and a couple more Might Crystals, and now we can get out of here. And that is how you take care of a rift. Alright, stuck-up condescending advisor person. Let's see you weasel your way out of this one. Let's go. Yeah, like, where do you think you're going? We're not letting you go this time. Yeah. I hate to tell you this, but we found the original. Actually, no, wait, I love to tell you that. Your game's up.
No.
How? What? How are you all still not getting this? Like I said, if this took you by surprise, I'm sorry, but you're on the low end of the intelligence quotient curve. Yeah. Oh, come on. You can't be seriously trying to... yeah. After all this?
Yo.
Finally. The Vizier was indeed the imposter. No, really? Yeah. Yeah, she was probably a little panicked because we managed to get rid of one of them. Yeah, that's probably the most likely reason. Yay, we can get into the sanctum now! Alright. We did it! Yay! Well, we've done half of it. Alright, so we head to the sanctum now without being obstructed. Oh, that wasn't too bad. However, this is where we're going to call it for today, because we're near the end of the video. So we'll pick that up next time with the sanctum. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and please join me here again next time as we continue our adventures in the lands of Hyrule, getting into the Gerudo Desert sanctum to try and fix the large rift. And I hope you all enjoyed me making tons of Among Us references as we dealt with that imposter situation. I'm sure it'll only happen again. Please join me here again next time when we continue. Goodbye, everyone!